Alright, now let's get into part 3. And part 3 we're going to be going in with this right here. This is the Essence Sun Club Matte Bronzing Powder. And this are the only two products that I'm going to use to set my entire face for this part 3 portion. This one is which one is this? This is shade 10. This is shade 10, which is better than Vacation 10. I have shade 10, which means there are 9 more shades before this that I do not have and I have not used. I like to get my hands on those 9 other shades because I like this entire palette actually. And if you want to have the Anastasia Beverly Hills look without the Anastasia Beverly Hills pricing, I've been saying this since 2021. If you want to have the Anastasia Beverly Hills look without the Anastasia Beverly Hills pricing of almost $32, where this is $12, you can have that look for, well, half the price of what you would normally pay to have that look. Okay, so I'm gonna go in and set my under eye first because I grabbed a small brush. I usually set my full face first, but I grabbed a small brush. So I'm going in with the under eyes. I'm gonna show you the shades that I used after and what shade, where I used it. So set everywhere that I set with the concealer. And as you can see, it's already settling into my skin even while it's oxidizing. So the two products work very well together even though they're from different brands. And like I've said this many times before as well, is that not every brand works very well together with its own product. And I say this a lot about the Pacifica products. Not every brand works very well, and the Pacifica products is a great example of that. They work very well on their own, but they work very well with other brands. They don't work with, the Pacifica foundation doesn't work with the Pacifica concealer, but the Pacifica concealer works very well with a Fenty Beauty foundation. So I've been saying that also a lot since about maybe 2022, 2023, when I figured that out. It's not every brand works. Just because it says Fenty Beauty doesn't mean that you have to use it with Fenty Beauty products. You just have to know how to blend it with the proper shades from another brand in order to get the same look and the same outcome. Okay, so kind of like that. I'm blending 3 different brands together, but yet I gotta look together. Blending 3 different brands, and none of the brands are pretty much the same. I use L'Oreal, I use Essence, and I use Maybelline, and I have a clean cut look. L'Oreal, Maybelline, Essence, and it looks like I used an entire one brand in order to get this. No, I didn't. L'Oreal, Essence, and Maybelline, and I'm almost done. Now going back into this palette, I'll show you the shades after, and I'm just going to bronze up my hairline. So that it doesn't look so dry. It looks more makeup-y than dry. You don't want your hairline to look too dry, and I did not moisturize my hair at all today, but I will eventually. And that is it. Now let me show you what I used in this. I used this to set my under eyes. This shade right here to set my... I used this to set my full face, and I kind of dipped in the both of these in order to shape my face. I use both of those to shape my face. So once again, I use this to set my under eyes. I use this to set my face. And I always use this one to set my face, or this one. It's either this one or this one, but as you can see, I hit a lot of pan on this one. So I've been using this one a lot, but I also use this one to set my face. And this one here depends on which product I'm using. I usually use this one with Maybelline products. Not this one, this one. I usually use this one with Maybelline products, and I use this one with L'Oreal products. So that's that. Now there's no blush or highlighter in this, so I'm going to go in with this in order to not make the look so flat, but give a little bit of pigmentation to the skin in the form of color. And so I'm going in with the L'Oreal 3 palette, and I'm going in with the blush, and I'm probably going in with the highlighter to highlight and just deepen up under my eyes just a little bit, not my cheekbones, but under my eye. Okay, so taking the blush brush and going in with the blush there. Okay, and then I'm just gonna blush it out just like so with the blush brush. Then we're gonna do that again. Okay, and do it on this side of my cheek as well. Okay, and then I'm gonna go in with this brush and go in with this underneath my eyes. This is more of a bronzer with a hint of glitter for under the eyes. So I'm gonna go under the eyes with it. Okay. And that's pretty much what I want there. And then I'm going to set it with a sponge so that there's no line of demarcation and it doesn't look too powdery or too dry on the skin. Set it with the sponge. And this feels exactly like the Real Techniques and is not that expensive. But it works and feels exactly like it. And I saved myself $75. Okay, so now I'm going in with this side and with this brush to highlight. I don't like it as a foundation brush. I prefer to use it as a highlighter brush. It places the highlighter exactly where I want it to be placed and how I want it to be placed. That's why I don't want to use it as a foundation brush. Even though I see a lot of people using this brush as a foundation brush, not for me. I use it as a highlighting brush. Okay? So I'm gonna go in and blend that out. Okay, and what I'm going to also do, I'm also gonna do this. I don't do this a lot. Y'all know I don't do this a lot. I'm gonna add the highlighter above my brow bone. Okay, or right where my brow bone is. You'll see when I do it. So I'm just gonna add my highlighter there. And that finishes off the look. Gives it a full shape. and that finishes off the look and completes the look within itself. And therefore, it doesn't make the rest of the face look so completely dry without the highlighting effect towards the brow bone. Okay? Alright, now I'll be back with part 3, and I'm not going far, 2 seconds flat to apply the lip products. Part 3 coming up.